Hey guys, today I'm going to make a recap video on my day trades today and AJ Trader 7's notes from awesomecallstrading.com, ACT, at AJ Trader 7 on Twitter. So I traded UPST, SNOW, MRNA, and BNTX. I entered Tesla as well, but I accidentally bought puts instead of calls and just sold them and broke even. So I'm not going to go over that one. Let's see. The first thing I'm going to go over is my overnight swing trade that I did. I bought, AJ said to load in Myrna after hours, but I just loaded in some calls. They were cheap since it's the end of the week, and I scaled in a little bit at a time, got an average of 237, and I sold it during that shorts covering pop in the morning for 266. So I didn't make a ton. I made 290, but I'll take it. I was down on those whenever I was scaling in. It kept dropping, so I had averaged down to 237. But that's how that trade went. And then today, let's see. The first thing I did was snow. So as you can see, it broke AJ's line like immediately, right here, 268. So I entered at 830.32. So look what it does. Look, it went way below his second price target. And at 830 it already broke his line. Look where it is at 831, like way below the line. So that's why I had already entered right away. I know I say I'll wait for confirmation, but at that point it's dropping so fast, like I'm just trying to get in. So that was the first day trade I did. I got in at 668, just calculating. I did a market buy, and I sold limit sell at 690 because that's just where I saw the spread was at. So I just tried to get what I could get. Obviously, really should have held this as these contracts paid big. It hit 247 right here. For that one, downside 268 to 259 was his second price target. But it went to 247, so you would have got 21 points. That's a $10,000 trade if you held it for 41 minutes, So I just scalped it. That's just what I do to minimize risk being in the trade that long. I took what I could get, and I got out at 47 seconds. So I got hey, I'm making a video. I'll be right out. So that was a 47-second trade, and I got 220 profit, $22 on each one, buying 10. So yeah, little profit. It's because I'm just trying to scalp and just try to get the move, like just from all that momentum and volume, So but honestly, this is where I'm talking about I want to learn how to scale out. I did it for a day or two, and I just completely forgot to do it. Like, really should have scaled out of this one. This was a great trade. I need to be able to recognize right here with this just heavy red building on the awesome oscillator on AO that it was going to have more downside. It hit his price target and even lower. So, yeah. And I actually tried to get filled 3 times on this. Like, the price had already jumped all the way. Like, I'm in at 668. I tried to get filled at 8. It didn't fill. I tried to get filled at 757, and then I lowered it to 69. So I tried 3 times. It didn't work, and then actually the 4th try. So that's how that trade went. If you held it or just played small size, like, definitely would have been a nice play for you to grind out for the next hour. But I moved on to my next trade at 832. That was UPST. So I didn't even go over the snow notes. I'll do that first. That one said stock gapping down 9 points. Do not long unless pop at the open to 273. Then look for 4 to 6 point push to the upside. Then watch for topping. If this snaps at the open 268, then look for nice 5 to 9 point sell off or more to the downside. Then watch for bottom curl bounce on it. So let's see. Yeah, just to go over snow one last time, it never broke his 273 call line. So That's why that my chart's not even showing those lines. His price targets, because they're just off the screen. So it's clearly a downside move. This was when to enter puts, and here is 2 price targets. So he killed it on that play. So moving on to UPST, that's what I traded next. That one says stock gapping up 4 points, do not long unless pop at the open to 199. Then look for 7 to 9 point push to the upside. Then watch for topping. If this snaps 195, then look for quick 3 to 5 point sell off. Then bottom curl, bounce it to the upside. So UPST, I entered this trade at 8:32. So like, let's see what it did then. 8:31. It was already breaking his line. I actually waited for confirmation. It's still kind of touched right here, but it was clearly going up. And I sold. It was at 370 when I bought in. I saw it jump to 470, and I took it. 320 profit on that one, being in it for 2 minutes. So I got in right here on this candlestick, and I got out right here on this big push. So, and look, it dropped right here. I'm not trying to deal with that. I should have peeled back, I guess, and then just captured some right there, and then waited for this move. Scale out again, this, scale out again. That's my goal. That's what I want to work to, but obviously just sell it way too fast. I was out of that trade in 2 minutes. So next trade was Myrna. Okay, so if you look right here, Myrna and UPST, you know, like I got in both of those within seconds of each other. And it's because it broke at the same time. So like that's why, you know, if you get faster at doing one, you can move on to 2 trades at once, if you can handle it once you really start nailing one of them. So that one I got in at 8:32.35. Let's see what it did. Zoom in. Look at 8:32. I mean, I was like, okay, this is possibly shorts covering. Who knows? I saw this build up. I bought in at 8:32, and look at 8:33.01. Myrna moves several points at a time. That's why I always play it. So I got out in 26 seconds right there and captured 1280 profit. Like 26 seconds, 1,280. You know, like that one I didn't even. Yeah, like look, it filled me buy sell. I didn't even have to cancel, replace, and change the limit sell price. It just, I saw it there. I entered whatever price. I don't remember if I really captured the top of the ask. I probably learned my lesson and it was a little lower than whatever the ask was, and luckily it took it. There was a bid there. So I got 1280 from that trade in 26 seconds. So that one said another day of fun, gapping down. Let me fix this. Gapping down 2 points, do not long unless pop at the open to 376. Then look for quick 7 to 9 point push to the upside. Then watch for topping. If this snaps 368 at the open, look for quick 6 to 9 point flush. Then bottom curl bounce it. So I mean, Myrna, it was not a puts play today. Myrna, you should have played calls and entered at 376. And look, he said it was going to go to 385, and it literally touched that and bounced. And honestly, something I want to incorporate is like still playing his notes and just hit that downside move. Like this is so nice right here. Like look, 385 all the way to 369. Like that's actually way more than the upside move, you know. So I need to start expanding, using his notes more instead of just how I've been interpreting it. So Sean thought of that. That wasn't that wasn't me. So let's see. On my next trade, I did BNTX, and this was such a good play because BNTX moves so much. When you can catch the direction on BNTX, the more you watch these stocks, like I knew it was gonna gap up. You know, like look, it's like already breaching, you know, his first price target. Yeah, it took time, but honestly, like look, from this point at 337 to this at 8:47, so 17 minutes, it's already at 351 from 337. Like that's an insane amount of points. So that's why I like playing BNTX, knowing that I can just catch that momentum at the beginning. But I saw the limit price move up. I actually sold it at a loss. This has happened several times to me where I already have a limit sell and the amount of size contract that I want. For some reason, TD glitches and puts it at the bid and ask, whatever the options chain is showing. It'll put it at some like freakishly low limit sell price. Even though I set it at something else, I definitely did not set this at 3.30. But it was too late. I hit confirm and send, and I just need to, now I need to hit, like, really I play fast, but I need to take one more second and confirm that I have the right, I already know my average position, and I already set what I'm trying to sell it to, but look, it glitched and sold me at 3.30 right here. So, yeah, my point is be careful, especially when you're playing heavy size. So, I mean, I didn't lose a ton, but I'm not trying to go negative and go red on a trade when look at this move that it made. So, I sold it at a loss in 17 seconds. So, I could have made good money right there, at least a few hundred. And instead, I lost money. So, now I'm back in. Like, I try to scalp it again, you know. Let's go over the notes first. Another day of fun, gapping up 4 points. Do not long unless pop at the opens at 337. Then look for quick 7 to 10 point push to the upside, then watch for topping. If this snaps 332, look for 7 to 9 point flush, then bottom curl and bounce it slow, move to the upside. Slow, it never entered puts. You break 337. He's giving you 357. Like, his first price target was 20 points. And it pretty much hit it. You know, it was like breaching that level. You could pretty much say he hit it. Like, look at this point right here. That's 350, 356. He said it was going to 357. So out of the 20 points, I'm surprised, honestly, that he put that high of a first price target. Because, I mean, 20 points for a first price target. Like, I guess he also knows that BNTX moves in several point increments just like Myrna. So on my day trade, and I just played this completely wrong. I did come out overall 344 in profit. But like, if I would have just held it, not sold it, I mean, look, I sold it the first time at 330. I sold at a loss, sold it the next time in profit at 5, and sold it the next time in profit, good profit, at 7. And the reason why I played it a third time is because I was still red. Like, whatever this took for me, I don't even remember. I was red, and then I took this, and I was still red, and I saw that it was still aggressively moving up. So I entered, you know. The first time I was in 17 seconds, 835. You know, second time I'm back in at 835, I immediately bought back in. Sold it when I saw profit, and took, again, 30 seconds, made profit, but I'm still at an overall loss. And then I took one more time, 51 second trade. This time I stayed in it a little longer. Made 344, $34.40 times 10 pretty much, you know. So I bought 10 contracts. So the first time was at 835 and the second time was 835. So I didn't play it again, but I saw it keep moving, and then 842. Like at 835, it had already passed AJ's line, but I knew it was going up. So boom, I bought in right here. And then I bought in again at 842 right here, because I knew there was just still more room for upside. Obviously, when it broke his line, you know, this entry was probably, whenever I was, you know, sold it at a loss at 3.3, it was probably around, you know, 4 or something. So look, think about that. If I got this at 4 and I just held it, so I spent 400 times 10, $4,000 right here, sold it $7,000. Like, could have made $3,000 on this play. And because I messed up and the computer glitched and the option chain changed my price of my limit sell, so you need to be careful about that, like really burning me up. I only made $344. Could have been a $3,000 trade just based off of playing it in this time frame. In reality, on 20 points, you could have made $10,000, you know. So, and even if you played one, $1,000 on one contract. So definitely love playing AJ's Morning Bell plays. They're so awesome. It's definitely a godsend pretty much. So 8:30 to 8:43, 13 minutes. I got 2164 from that total in 13 minutes, you know. So with my scalp though, I got 2454 total. So that was 6 scalps, 1 swing trade. I traded BNTX 3 times since I messed up, but Myrna, UPST, and Snow, they went well. You know, I had to do the cancel and replace and try to get filled with Snow a few times, but honestly I should have never even sold them. You know, like, look at the chart. Like, that was a perfect downside move. I mean, obviously it bounced right here, changed direction at 9:15, so you had 45 minutes to play that downside move and capture an insane amount of points from, you know, 268 to 247. So yeah, that was my trades. Hope y'all had a good weekend. Hope y'all did good, and I'll see you next week. Let me know what you think. Y'all have a good one.